It's that time again. Grab a friend, sit down, no wind a bit. Tack a J, keeping it real. Can't you see the appeal? They got the jokes, the smoke, and the current events. You know the deal. Soak up that lemon water, tell all your friends. Encouragement for your flourishment is where we begin. Have you heard of it? It's sustenance. Where have you been? Free your mind.
Welcome back to another episode of Lemon Water Chronicles Podcast, man. It's your host, Tack. I'm here today with, I ain't even going to say his name. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, bro. Who are you?
Man, my name is Chef Joe from Chicago. I got a catering company we call We Eat Different. We was established in 2022 with two other of my business partners and my friends, long life friends. And we just sitting on the couch one day. We all been working for these companies, making these other people rich and not really getting compensated for it. So it was like, all right, what can we do? We sat on the couch and said, you know what, let's come up with a catering company. Let's start doing this ourselves, you know. Actually, we had a friend ask us to make some food for her birthday. And, we like, you know what, everybody asking us to cook for them, we might as well just start a catering company. So that's how We Eat Different was established. Really was just sitting around tired of working for other people.
That's for real, man. I think that's like the plight of most of our lives. We always try to find more ways we can do stuff to, like, we got to make money anyway. So we might as well have a good time making it, right? So it makes sense. So We Eat Different. Before we get too far into that, man, like, what was the transition? What was that transition like? What did you do before We Eat Different? Do you still do stuff in between We Eat Different? And then, like, what like plights and stuff like that or like struggles do you find, and how do you like overcome them? So it's like 12 questions in one, but you pick
right, exactly.
We'll go.
So I guess I'll answer the first part of your question. Before We Eat Different, I was kind of working at just these like starter up restaurants. So I was working at like, not fast food. I never worked a fast food job, but they were all considered kind of like fast food. Like I worked at Hooters, I worked at Red Robin, Chili's, Buffalo Wild Wings, stuff like that. 2018, I got fired from Hooters and I ended up looking for a job. But I couldn't. It never really was hard to look for a job. When you get certain jobs like that, you can just go get another one, like as far as like, because you got the experience. So you can keep a low-level job like that if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I had the experience to working at 5 or 6 other restaurants just like them. So I can always go get one of those. But my friend Delonte, he was going to an interview at a country club. And he was on an interview to be one of the chefs at a country club. So I ended up just sitting in the car with him that day. And I was like, can I tag along with you for the interview? And he was like, yeah. So we went for the interview. He wasn't expecting me at all, but they needed help. So we ended up both getting hired. And when I first got there, I really didn't know much, especially like about like fine dining and culinary and stuff like that. I had no prior experience as far as going to culinary school and nothing like that. I went to school for a little minute, but
yeah. So
I didn't really do nothing.
You went to culinary school for a split?
No, I'm saying I went to regular, you know what I'm saying?
Standard college.
Standard college for a little while, but I ain't do nothing but waste my time and some money, so I was basically just, into the regular workforce until I got to the country club. And then when we got to the country club, I actually took a pay cut from what I was actually making at the lower level restaurants. But it was like we was actually learning stuff every day. So I actually kind of like fell in love with like cooking and culinary and stuff like that through that. And then that ended up turning into a 3-year job, fast forward. And now I'm like the lead cook, could possibly be a sous chef if I stayed longer. But I'm running parties with 300-400 people.
So what is
you know what I'm saying?
Don't know, like, what is a sous chef? Like if I was brand new and didn't know.
The sous chef is just basically like your kitchen manager. He's under the executive chef. The executive chef is running the show. He's doing everything. He's basically, in certain kitchens you work in, they have 2 sous chefs. I work in kitchens with 4 or 5 sous chefs. And then you got your regular line cook who is under there. That's really what I like doing, is just cooking. I want to come in and just cook. I don't want to do no paperwork. I don't want to do no scheduling. I just want to come in and cook, especially when I'm working jobs like that.
When did you realize that you love cooking? Or like,
I always cooked, like even when like probably right after my grandma passed, and I had to start cooking Thanksgiving meals and stuff like that. Like she died in October, and so in November time, her birthday November 26th. So sometimes her birthday falls on Thanksgiving. So I guess taking that on, and when I started cooking Thanksgiving dinners for the family and stuff like that.
Like, what was the transitional period like, coming from like working, like being in regular college, working low-level jobs like you stated, to where you are now? Like, what was that like?
it was basically just trying to figure out what I wanted out of life, basically, because I was at the point where it was like, all right, cool. Remember, I had went through the little phase where I was trying to decide if I wanted to do photography or videography and stuff like that, and I found interest in it, but like, was it my passion? No, because I probably would have put more effort into what I was doing, and that's when I realized that, so it was like, all right, really just trying to figure out what I want to do with myself. So that's what the country club, when I worked at the Odyssey in Tinley Park, Illinois, that's what really helped me out. Like, just figuring out what I wanted to do in my life. I'm like, all right, cool. I definitely know I want to be in this field. Like, I like doing this right here. Like, it was just crazy weekends where we had 4 or 5 weddings. We feeding almost 1,000 people a night. You know what I'm saying? So,
is that fulfilling, like feeding people?
The fulfilling part for me is like when people enjoy what I produce. You know what I'm saying? So, like, actually hearing feedback from people in the hallway, like, yeah, that was good. Or, you know what I'm saying? We might be in the parking lot on the way out from the wedding, and the whole wedding party drunk, and they asking who made what, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, like they like, so I like that, you know what I'm saying? I like the pressure of actually producing a good product and actually seeing the feedback. And then sometimes you don't always get good feedback. So, I mean, you got to be ready for that too.
Has there been a time where you didn't get good feedback, and like, what was it?
Oh, of course.
What did they not like?
I can't even remember because I'm not going to sit here and act like it's been one time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in them trial and errors and the growing pains, like, it's been a lot of stuff where, I didn't necessarily do right. I remember when I first started working at the country club, they had me on short rib detail. So I was making 500 to 600 pieces, maybe of 4 to 5 ounce short ribs a day. And, that's a lot of seasoning and stuff like that. And you got to get used to doing stuff like that. So sometimes I would under-season them. And then they would be like, man, these was kind of bland. You know what I'm saying? And then after so many times of them saying it was bland, I kind of started over-seasoning them. You know what I'm saying? Then I got complaints about them being really salty. So it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just growing pains.
So, like, when the growing pains would come and stuff like that, how would that make you feel, like, internally? Like, your person?
I was making me want to try it again the next time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, cool. Next time I got him next time.
But you would never really get caught up in, like...
Yeah, I don't want to shy away from it, because otherwise I'm not going to get where I want to get.
How have you developed that mindset, and, like, how would you encourage other people to develop that kind of mindset for themselves individually? Like, what would be your walkthrough on that?
You just got to believe in what you're doing. If you believe in what you're doing, you think you can be one of the best at what you're doing. Not even like, I got to be able to feel like I'm one of the best when I walk in the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that drives me. Even when I just got a new job, I'm going in there. Like, I asked me, did I want to be a manager? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to be a sous chef, no manager. Like, I'm cool. Like, I just want to go in, regular line cook. And if I earn the position, I get it. But
what kind of gig did you just get? You don't have to say what name, where it is, and all that to protect yourself.
I mean, it don't matter. Right now, I'm just working because with the catering company and booking these events and stuff like that, I'm not trying to really put a full load on myself. I just got a job at Cooper's Hawk, just being a line cook. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back into that mode. I was just working at an assisted living facility, so I was kind of like not really in the culinary field no more. Kind of like I was just in the office doing paperwork. Nothing major, you know what I'm saying? So I was ready to get back in the kitchen, to be quite honest, on an everyday basis.
So working regular jobs, like, they don't phase you. You don't feel like it takes away from your craft and, like, your drive to want to do it or anything like that?
At first it did. I had to learn how to manage being able to work a job, because the reality is I need to work a job to pay my bills.
Yeah.
At the moment.
That's
at
all
the moment. At the moment, it's just what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
The goal is obviously to be able to just fund my life through my business. So that's my goal, but I'm not there yet. We've only been in business for a year. So at the same time, I definitely got to keep food on my plate and then maintain a lifestyle that I want to live too at the same time. So that's where the jobs come in from. But yeah, I mean, it's not discouraging. It's just the fact, actually, if anything, it's encouraging because, it's like, all right, I don't want to be working 40 hours for another company, you know what I'm saying, a week, I'd rather be putting in 50 to 60 hours a week into my own company versus pouring into another company, because we only got 24 hours in a day.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Then we went to the moon.
Exactly.
You like, that boy crazy. So, like, what are like 2 basic things that a chef, because I see you as a chef, that's pretty much what you are, right? Am I right about that?
I would consider myself a chef. It took me a while to consider myself a chef because I wouldn't put that title on my name until I started creating my own stuff. Until I started actually, you know what I'm saying? Until I actually started diving into actually learning more about my craft. That's when I started considering myself a chef. And that maybe only been about a year or two.
When you talk about diving in and your craft, what are ways that you study your craft? Like what is like if it was 3 steps, what are the 1, 2, and 3 steps that you like to study your craft?
To be real, I like to watch a lot of other people, like caterers. Like, cause one thing I can always learn off from other people. I'm into cookbooks and stuff like that. I'm always trying to just surround myself with what I'm trying to do. So,
do you read a lot?
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I read a lot. I do have some cookbooks that I dive into. For sure. But yeah, I'm not really sitting around reading no books or nothing like that. But I definitely dive into like the Flavor Bible and stuff like that. That's actually a book. It's on Amazon, the Flavor Bible. I've read that. I read into all type of different stuff like that. And then I'm just really watching other people. Like the time we in right now is like social media. So you actually got a chance to actually just scroll on your phone and actually just see what somebody else is doing. And I'm not like trying to copy off nobody, but I've definitely
get inspiration.
You know, always get an inspiration and then twist it into something of yours.
Yeah, I feel that. I can say the same thing about myself. Like I do working in film and in photography and then drumming. You do kind of
people always try to act like they did, like they didn't, like they can't give somebody else credit for like an idea or something like that. But like anytime I ever like, you know,
I'm real quick to do
somebody's idea and created my own spin off of it, I would give that person credit. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I always try to tag who inspired me.
Yeah, who inspired me to do it. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to steal your idea. I'm trying to make it my own, but at the same time, I'm give you your credit because this is where I got it from, you know. But people always try to act like they don't do that. Like, so I don't know if I'm the first to act like I do it, but yeah, I do. Like, yeah.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
Yeah, I take people's ideas.
Yeah, I mean that's literally like thought. I think that's how everything works. I mean it's not think. I know that's how everything works in this world. Like people see it and they do it again. They just make it a different way or whatever. So
and they never wrong with that. It's just when you imitating and then right to a T. Then now I'm stealing and I'm just doing this. But yeah, I'm still gonna give you your credit though.
You're like Big Simone when she wrote that book. When she wrote the whole book.
Like, no, you didn't.
I don't know the whole process, but I saw that they was dragging her down through there for a while about that. That shit was wild.
Yeah, she definitely copied somebody else's material and didn't get nobody credit for it, which is kind of crazy because you did it with a book. But hey, teach his own. She tried it.
It's the last thing, but you know, they teach you that in school. You don't plagiarize, but I mean,
yeah, exactly. I'm like.
This raggedy ass chair to keep laying me down. Well, no, yeah. So like one thing that stuck out, like Brinka, she watches like Food Network and all that kind of shit all the time. And so the biggest things that are I like the show, I like Chopped. I like that a lot. I liked the little competition cooking shows and shit like that.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to work with Chef Stephanie Lizard. She won MasterChef season 7, I think. Yeah, that was downtown. I had ended up working at the Girl and the Goat for I did a stage there. A stage is like when you go to a restaurant, you basically just work for free, but you get to work in the restaurant for a night. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like shadowing and stuff?
Yeah, shadowing, learning, you know what I'm saying? That was a cool experience.
What did you pick up from it?
I wasn't ready at the time. I was not ready. That was like 2018, 2019. I was not ready. I was just in the beginning of learning from when I was at the country club. I had only been at the country club for maybe 6 months.
Okay.
So I had accumulated some knowledge, but I was not ready. A lot of those people that was there had graduated from top culinary schools and had been in the industry for years and stuff like that. So, I mean, I wasn't ready, but at the same time, I still learned. At least I learned a lot. I took a lot from it. And then, you know what I'm saying, I went back to the country club and I ended up eventually getting better.
Nice. So what, but no, man, you have like a really resilient attitude and like, I commend you for that, man. Like since meeting you in like what, 2015 to now, like it's pretty dope, bro, that you still are like pressing forward in some kind of way. So it's like, I'm glad that that's who you are, and I hope that it's infectious to your team around you and stuff like that, man. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, how do you, yeah, go ahead.
That's the main thing I'm trying to do right now is build my team. I got a team, you know, it's just me and my guy Delonte right now, but you know, we're just trying to build our brand because at the same time, I feel like like I told you, we're doing good, but we could be doing a lot better.
I mean,
So
the
I
fact
feel like,
that you're already thinking about doing better means that you planted the
yeah,
seed. So I don't see. I see the fact that y'all both have like similar mindsets and knowing that what you just
right.
mentioned, that's what's going to take you to the next level. And all it takes is somebody seeing something like this, or they see you doing your shit like when you're out there doing it, and then it's all word of mouth, bro. Like you building a
Yeah.
team, you get you a social media strategist, a manager, a damn
That's what I'm working on right now, because that's all the type
yeah,
of stuff I need. Because I feel like my social media, I'm lacking in my social media. Like I would love to come
same.
on here and say, yeah, I'm killing it in the social media. I'm doing this. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. I'm posting 3 reels a day.
I'm swimming in the pool.
I'm not doing none of that shit. So that's where I really like. I need to focus, to lock down and focus on that, because I feel like more business will come from that. I have built certain relationships with certain people that they keep coming back and they keep booking big money events. So I'm thankful for that. I'm just trying to make sure I know I can keep pushing and getting bigger events. So, especially the stuff that we've been doing.
What are some things that people don't know about owning a business or being a chef?
It's going to sound cliche, but this shit ain't easy. Not any type of business, especially if you're doing catering, because it's a lot of catering companies. Especially if you're going to jump into catering, you got to be dedicated to you want to do catering. Because there's a lot of other caterers out here. You're going to get discouraged because you're seeing somebody else do a catering event with, I don't know, at the Grammys or something. And you like, damn, this person is better than me. You know what I'm saying? I done seen it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen people get, you know what I'm saying, celebrity clientele. You know what I'm saying? And there's no knock on them, but you know what I'm saying?
They get celebrity clientele. How? Doing what? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, they probably do a little bit better promoting and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because
they might have more
see
connections. You know what I'm saying? They might know somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
so that's
fact. Yeah.
Hashtag, it's about,
take you so far.
If you know somebody, you know somebody. You can get in any door. You know what I'm saying? But you just can't be discouraged by looking at somebody else. You got to stay in your own lane and just focus on what you're doing. You find yourself falling into a line hating on another person, then you're gonna lose focus on what you're doing. You gotta wait on your time.
What is your process of staying in your own lane and focusing on what you got versus what the outside world has going on?
I mean, you always paying attention to what the outside world got going on, but at the same time, I'm not you just can't focus on it. I'm just trying to do what I do over here in this catering lane. I'm trying to make sure I got my clientele going with what I'm doing. And right now, what we're doing is a lot of brunches and stuff like that, and birthday parties and stuff. So I'm kind of like sticking in my lane. I don't know. We might be a brunch catering service. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's looking like. Nice. I'm not sure. I'm trying to keep going. I mean, obviously, brunch is something you always want to do. We just actually came to somebody's house and did a brunch in their home for over 50 people. Set up an omelet station in their house, a waffle station, a carving station. They had red velvet waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? Shrimp and grits and martini glasses. They did it all, so
that's one of my favorite dishes is shrimp and grits.
Man, yeah, I love it.
I gotta get up there and I gotta eat all y'all's food. I don't eat no beef though, so no beef or pork.
Hey, man, how cool. We got it all.
I know you can. Yeah, you know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got food for vegans and everything.
All right, I ain't vegan no more, but yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, I do. I got it. Hey,
but I'll take it. I'll take it though, because I like that. Oh yeah, that's the next thing. What is a flavor profile and like why are those important?
A flavor profile. So basically, as far as like for a business, you want to go with a flavor profile. As far as I think that's what you're referring to. As far as like what your lane you going in, as far as soul food, or you going like?
Oh no, you educated me because I see the word flavor profile all the time, and I thought that flavor profiles only were associated with types of food, like let's say chicken, but then the profiles might be, I don't know, like grilled versus pan seared or something like that. And then I thought it was like different variations of how you make the food. Is that right or is that wrong?
No, yeah. Usually if you go on to Yelp and you'll see a restaurant and they say they flavor profile, it'd be like American style, Indian style, soul food, so and so. So like our flavor style is kind of like a mixture of soul food, I guess. Yeah, I was just saying, we black, so soul food, but it is what it is. But we can do all. We do it all. We do fine dining. We do it all. So it's not just soul food, because at the same time I can make collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and dressing, but I can also make Parmesan risotto and you know what I'm saying, salmon or whatever else you want. You know what I'm saying, or lobster or whatever. So.
What is your favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish to make is the dish I've been making since before I even started caring about culinary. It's fried chicken, biscuits, fried apples,
Nice.
corn on the cob. It's just something my grandma used to always make, and my mom used to make. So yeah, that's just something
Sentimental value tied to life happening.
Yeah, that's my favorite meal to cook right there, and that's just something I cook at the house. I have never did it for a catering event or anything like that. That's just something I cook in the house. Actually, since you just brought it up, I might make it tonight.
That's nice. Hey man, do a social post for me so I can see what it look like.
For sure, man. Definitely gonna send you some pictures, man. Especially when we get off this call, man. I'm gonna send you some pictures.
Oh, shit, man. We moving into the lightning round, man. We moving straight through this, man. You ready for this?
All right, yeah, let's go.
All right. So lightning round is basically kind of like, it used to be called this or that, but it's literally like random topics mixed with like would you rather type shit, if that makes sense. Like, would you rather go left or would you rather go right? That's basically what it is. All right. So an airplane versus a bus. Like, how you want to travel?
Go ahead and put me on the airplane. I don't like sitting next to it. Buses just make me feel hot and probably gonna be like a long bus trip. We gotta stop getting off. Yeah, I'm cool. Airplane. Yeah.
He said, nah, I don't want to be on the bus.
Yeah, nah. I never was a bus rider. Yeah.
I
took a bus trip to Florida one time from Chicago. We rode to Florida. Yeah.
And that's like what, like 20 hours?
Oh yeah, 22 hours, something like that. Yeah, never again.
I admire your patience.
I was a kid. It was 2004, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, before you had say so.
Right, yeah. So never again. Never again.
I feel you. Lions versus tigers.
Lions, I'm a Leo.
Oh, good. I guess that's an easy one. We'll
yeah, that was easy.
All right. We're gonna take a wild turn, man. Have sex with somebody, catch a STD versus getting pregnant with no STD, and why?
Wait, get a girl pregnant with no STD?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a girl pregnant with no STD.
Damn, you gonna have a kid for the rest of your life? You trying to do that?
Yeah, I don't want no STDs.
Yeah, I guess you say you can just have a kid. It's not really the same. Yeah. They both, both things linger with you like for a long periods of time. Like a kid is for the rest of your life. And
I take a kid, I want one shit. Eventually, so go ahead, give me one shit. I don't want no STD though.
How many kids you trying to have?
1, max 2.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I need to carry the legacy on. That's all. That's all I need. If I didn't need that, I wouldn't even have none.
Fair enough. Living home with your parents versus living on your own.
Wish I had the best of both worlds, but
that part.
Living on my own, I call the shots around here. I make the decisions.
What do you miss the most about living at home with your parents? Besides,
I think what everybody do. Oh, okay.
Besides not paying the rent. Damn. All right. Well, never mind. He's like, that's all. That's all. I don't miss nothing else.
That's all I miss. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, sometimes free dinner, but that still got something to do with paying the bills. Yeah.
What are your top 2 flavor profiles?
I love soul food and I like Korean barbecue. Wow. I'll be going to Korean barbecue spots. Me and my girl kind of turned me on to it. It's called a spot called Happy Lamb in Chicago in Chinatown.
Okay.
Fuego. Shout out to Happy Lamb.
Okay, then we have to tag
Chicago. Yeah, come to Chicago. Call Happy Lamb.
Lamb, Lamb.
Yep.
Okay, bird.
Mary had a little lamb.
Do they only I can't. I lost it. I'm gonna move on.
My bad.
No, it's good. It's Brian tripping. It's funny to me, bro. Okay. That's funny. He's like Mary had a little lamb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
The little one that she had. Right. Do you think the Earth is flat or do you think it's round?
I mean, I guess it's flat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kyrie.
Oh, where? Oh yeah, what you think about that trade? Was it good for him or
they ain't win nothing?
Nah.
He gonna leave.
He leave at the end of this season or next season?
Yeah, it's over with after this season.
Where you think he gonna go?
Lakers.
Yeah, trying to get back with LeBron. One more ring.
Yep, might as well. What else you got to do?
Are you a LeBron fan?
Not really.
Who
are a Chicago fan?
Oh, just the franchise.
Chicago.
That's word. So, like, why do you think that's like a Chicago thing, like a Chicagoan? Is that what it is?
Hell no. There's a lot of motherfucking LeBron fans out here. Whoever LeBron team, that's where, it's a lot of that out here. But it's a lot of, Chicago pride out here. A lot of people like myself ride with all the Chicago teams besides the Cubs.
I was about to say, is it the Cubs or is it the White Sox?
It's the White Sox. I'm from the South Side.
Why is it? Oh, that's why?
Yep.
Okay.
No other reason. I promise you.
Fair enough. Okay, we got this. A man is dealing with two women. One he lies to, and the other one he is completely honest with. Which one does he love?
The one he being completely honest with, probably.
Okay. Why
I gotta keep lying to you. I don't know. That's miserable for me. I'm not good at lying either. Like, I don't know. So,
he showing.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what it is. I probably love you for real, But, hey, everybody got their own perspective on what they do to the ones that they love. But you know what I'm saying? Hey.
That's the classic black answer right there. He's like, but I don't know, though.
Yeah, I don't know, though. Yeah.
All right. That's weird. Who you got in the Super Bowl and why?
I got Philly because their quarterback is blacker than Mahomes. No, I'm just playing, but yeah.
Fair enough. And that'll be where we edit that. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm just playing.
That's funny as hell. No,
I got Philly just because they stacked up, man. They the favorites, man. I feel like it's their Super Bowl to lose.
I feel like this is gonna be the only one that what's his name?
Mahomes will be back though. I think Jalen Hurts this year. I think he's gonna go crazy.
That's what I was about to say. Jalen, I feel like this is the only Super Bowl he'll see because it's hard to get back.
Yeah, they feel like they're gonna be right back, but I don't see it.
Hell no, bro. They had
the Rams thought they was coming right back.
Oh no, I knew they wasn't coming back. They made too many structural changes. Like they got rid of key people that made that shit possible. Like, and it's like
exactly.
For me personally, like I always wanted to be a franchise owner, but on the low, I believe in like building franchises, like not buying them. Like you got to buy parts. You feel me? But like you can't buy the whole shit. Like some of that you just start with what you got and then use what you got until you master that shit. And then it's like if you want to add somebody else, talk to the team and it'd be like, okay, who do y'all really like out here and shit like that? Like I need to learn about these individuals because they're people, but they're also individual businesses because they feed into your business, which is the Rams organization or Raiders, whatever the fuck type of shit. So, was it time? Do you feel like it was time for Tracy McGrady? Was it time for
Tom Brady
to leave?
Yeah, he should have left last season.
When he won, right?
Yeah, he should have 2 seasons ago when he won. When he won that 7th ring, he should have retired then. All right, I just went to a whole other team, won a title, retired.
This dude.
He got greedy. He wanted another ring, but shit don't work like that.
Nah, bro. This shit.
We gave you 7 of them, Tom. It's time to change the new leaf. All these young black quarterbacks in the league, it's time for somebody else to win.
I feel that. All right, the last one, man. I call these cheat codes of life. So, like, how old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
You're 25. So, like, what about life that you know now at 25 that you wish you knew at age 20?
Oh, what do I know now that I didn't know when I was 20? There's so much stuff. You're trying to figure out what I didn't know when I was 20. Like,
just pick 2 or 3 things, or the first 2 or 3 things that come to mind.
I didn't know, nor did I care how much my credit would impact my life when I was at age 20. I care about that way more now.
he's like, I can't make the decisions that I want to make. For real.
That's my main huge one. I feel like is just not taking credit serious enough, and I'm not sure if that's just like a generational black curse or something like that. Because I'm not sure because we not teaching our people this shit, and like we definitely not learning this shit in school. So it's like,
I feel like that's on purpose.
Yeah, you know how that shit goes. So
okay. But nah, man, that pretty much wraps everything up, man. Go ahead and let the people know where they can follow you at and all that kind of stuff. Like make sure you spell it right because I got
definitely, man. Follow us on Instagram at We Eat Different. Follow my personal Instagram if you want to at JoeD_the chef. We're on Facebook at We Eat Different. I believe that's it. I'm working on getting to TikTok. I'm trying to join the times. I'm not really a TikTok person, but hey, whatever. I'm trying to get on there and see what I can do. So we'll be on there shortly. Yeah, just look us up online on Instagram and Facebook. We out here, man. Website is up. We still kind of do some construction with the website, so that'll be out soon. Hopefully before the beginning of the summer, we'll have a fully functioning website to do all our bookings through and stuff like that. So But right now we're doing our bookings through our personal numbers and our DMs on Facebook and Instagram.
Just making it happen.
Making it happen right now, best we can. So
yeah, man. Well, I'm glad that you gave us that information, man. Did you have any questions for me before we got up out of here?
Nah, man. I know you rock with them Titans. How you feel about them Titans, man?
Hey, I think it's cool that I like that we got a black GM. That's pretty cool. That's different.
Yeah, the Bears do too right now. I think that's pretty cool too. We got a black GM, we got a black president, and we got a black quarterback. This first time.
I wonder what the hell going on. It makes me wonder like what's the real plot behind that. But maybe it's just all good, and I might be overthinking that shit.
No, you're not overthinking it. There's always some plot behind
exactly.
Shit. But,
No, you're not.
They using us, nigga.
Man, yeah, bro. Well,
nigga, smile, take this picture. Jeez.
He's like, yeah, we got one, all right. Do you have like any lasting words or anything positive that you want to put out there before we cut?
For all my business owners, just keep going, man. It's not. I'm in my first year. I just finished my first year of business. I made no profit the whole year, so I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I did so much to where I'm financially straight because I started the business now. But I'm making progress, so I feel like it's not about how much you make when you first starting out. It's basically gonna be deciding if you want to do this. So if you in a field that you want to do and you starting a business, just keep going. Because it's not gonna happen overnight. You gotta actually put the work in. Otherwise, it's just never gonna happen. You're gonna get in. You're gonna get out of it whatever you put in it. So
word is bond, man. Well, yo, thank you again for coming on the show, Joe. Man, we appreciate you, dude. And don't forget, man, when life gives you lemons, make lemon water.
Oh, you make lemon water. I make lemonade. My bad.
This guy. This guy.
You can do it again.
No. We're gonna leave it just like.
Man, my bad.
No, bro, you straight. Now we gonna leave it just like that, man.
Lemon water. When life gives you lemons, make lemon water.